Hello and welcome to Rathod's IAS. I am Usha, IAS mentor. So in the last video we discussed about Great Plains and we are continuing this second chapter of physiological divisions. So in this lecture we are going to discuss about the Peninsular Plateau. So first you have to know about what is the meaning of plateau. So what is the difference between plain and plateau so that you can appreciate the topic much. So first let us try to see what is the meaning of plateau. Plateau means nothing but it is an area of raised land. It is an area of raised land which is having a flat on top. For example, if you see this type of feature, it is called as a hill. If you see very height, it is called as a mountain. But if you see this type of feature is called as a plateau. So we can see there is a raised land. So actually National Geographic, which describes plateaus as flat and elevated landform, and these landform that rises sharply above the surrounding area. So here one more thing you have to focus is, so what are the causes? What are the causes behind the formation of these plateaus? So there are three theories you have to know. So if we are talking about the first one, it is because of thermal expansion. So first one, it is because of thermal expansion. So that is nothing but the thermal expansion of lithosphere which mainly forms plateau. So I am not exclusively dealing with India here regarding the causes. So I will be giving you the examples from the world. Like for example, you might heard about Yellowstone Plateau, which is present in US, and next one is Ethiopian Plateau in Africa. So they are examples of this thermal expansion. And second cause of formation of plateau is crustal shortening. Crustal shortening. So examples of this plateau which mainly formed by thrusting, that is decreasing of one block of crust over the another because of sliding of one block of crust over another. So whenever one block of crust which is mainly sliding over another, then that will leads to this shortening of the crust. So because of this it will be forming this raised land. For example, the plateaus found in North Africa, Turkey, Iran, Tibet. So they are examples of plateaus which formed because of crustal shortening. And third important reason here is volcanism. So because of volcanoes, bursting of volcanoes, especially flood basalts, they forms this plateaus. In India also we have India's Peninsular Plateau which is example of volcanism, and USA's Columbia Plateau and Canadian Shield. So these are the causes of formation of plateaus. And now let us see the Peninsular Plateau in detail. So in this Peninsular Plateau, first of all you have to see what is this Peninsular Plateau and what are the important features of Peninsular Plateau. And here we are going to see the different types of Peninsular Plateau which are present in our country. So first, if you see this Peninsular Plateau, so this plateau, it is a tableland which is mainly very old and it mainly contains igneous, crystalline and metamorphic rocks. Actually, Indian Peninsular Plateau which mainly formed as a result of breakup and as well as drifting, means moving away, drifting of Gondwana continent. And in this India's Peninsular Plateau, we have large and shallow valleys and rounded hills, etc. They are mainly present. So if you are talking about Peninsular Plateau, it is mainly divided into two parts. So we have Central Highlands and as well as we have Deccan Plateau. So if you are talking about the Central Highlands, they are mainly present north of River Narmada and south of River Narmada, which comes under this Deccan Plateau. And in this Central Highlands, we can see large portion of Malwa Plateau comes under this Central Highlands. So if you see the common features of Peninsular Plateau, normally it is roughly triangular in shape. Okay, so apex, in this apex we have Kanyakumari. And actually it is about 16 lakh square kilometers. So here the Peninsular Plateau of India, which mainly covers a total area of about 16 lakh square kilometers. The average height of the plateau here is 600 to 900 meters above sea level. And we can see there are number of peninsular rivers that mainly flows in this peninsular region, especially from west towards east, and finally they will drain into Bay of Bengal. But there are some rivers which will be also flowing towards westwards and join this Arabian Sea. For example, Narmada and Tapi, they are two exceptions. And actually one more thing here is, so it is one of the world's oldest landform. So Peninsular Plateau, it is one of the oldest landforms of the earth. And even I can say that this Peninsular Plateau, it is highly stable. It is highly stable and it mainly contains Archean gneiss and as well as sheets. So this will be your potential prelims question. And even Peninsular Plateau is made up of smaller plateaus and as well as hill ranges. So these are the common features. So if you are talking about minor plateaus in Peninsular Plateau, so we have different plateaus and you have to remember these names. So from this area you can get a question. So here the first one is Central Highland, second one is Marwar Plateau, and third one is Bundelkan Plateau, fourth one is Malwa Plateau, fifth one is Bundelkan Plateau, sixth one is Chota Nagpur Plateau, seventh one is Eastern Ghats, eighth one is Western Ghats, ninth one is Karnataka Plateau, 10th one is Maharashtra Plateau, 11th one is Deccan Plateau, and 12th one is Meghalaya Plateau, and even you can add 13th one, that is Chhattisgarh Plains. So you may get a doubt like, so why we are discussing this Chhattisgarh Plains in this Peninsular Plateau? So Chhattisgarh Plains will also comes under the part of Peninsular Plateau. Okay. So these are the 13 things that we are going to discuss now, and you have to remember, so what is the significance of that so and so minor plateau and exact location of that minor plateau. So wherever it is necessary, I added map so that you can get the PDF of this class from the Telegram channel. So download the PDF and you can save this PDF for your further reference, because I added maps so that that will be helpful for your value addition whenever you are writing your mains. So here in this image you can see here we have Marwar and Mewar Plateau. Here we have Malwa Plateau. Here we have this Bundelkhand. Here we have Chhattisgarh Plain. So this part is Deccan Plateau. So in this Deccan Plateau you can see here Dandakaranya Bastar Plateau, Telangana Plateau, Karnataka Plateau, and here Meghalaya Plateau, etc. So here also you can see some important rivers which also seen and some important ranges also present. So if you want, you can also point out that ranges, and based on that ranges also you can remember some important plateaus. So the first one is Central Highland. So actually the Central Highland is also called as Madhya Bharat Pathar, or we can also call it as Madhya Pradesh Plateau. So in this image here in this map you can see this is the Central Highlands. So the most of the plateau which mainly comprises of one river, that is river Chambal. You have to remember this. And here we can see other rivers like Kali Sindh, which mainly flowing from Rana Pratap Sagar, and also we can see river Banas, which mainly flows through Mewar Plateau also, and even some other tributaries which are flowing in this area that you can see in this central highland. Okay, so but here to the north of this Chambal river we can see ravines. So ravines are bad lands which are mainly present to the northwards of this Chambal river because of erosion. So they are also called as arid landforms. So actually earlier one question which appeared regarding this arid landforms or this ravines or badlands in your mains. So because of that I am focusing on that. And next one is Marwar Plateau. So here this Marwar Plateau, which is mainly present towards eastern Rajasthan Plateau. Okay, so here you can see this Marwar Plateau, and here you can see this Marwar Plateau. So this blue color part is Marwar Plateau. It is nothing but the eastern Rajasthan Plateau. So here we have Aravallis. So I can say that this Marwar Plateau, which is mainly present to the west of Aravallis, and average elevation of this Marwar Plateau is 250 to 500 meters above the sea level. And actually we can see it belongs to the Vindhyan periods, and we can see there is a presence of sandstone and as well as shales, and especially river Banas and its tributaries, they will be flowing in this area. And next one is Bundelkhand Plateau. So if you are talking about this Bundelkhand Plateau, so actually it is mainly present here. Okay, so in this map you can see this Bundelkan Plateau which is mainly present, and river Yamuna which is present to the north of this Bundelkan Plateau, and this Bundelkan Plateau which mainly includes this Bundelkhand Knees, and average elevation is 300 to 600 meters. And actually this Bundelkhand Plateau which is mainly built of granite and as well as sandstone. So especially we can see there is river Betwa, river Basan and river Ken which mainly flows in this region. And next one is Malwa Plateau. So this Malwa Plateau, it is mainly a triangle based plateau, and actually so this Malwa Plateau which mainly bounded by Aravalli range in the west. In the west part we can see this Aravalli range. And next one is Madhya Bharat Patar which is present to the north. Madhya Bharat Patar which is present to the north, and Bundelkhand towards east. So these are the some important things that you have to remember. And this plateau which has two drainage systems. For example, you can see the rivers which are flowing into Arabian Sea and as well as rivers which are mainly draining to this Bay of Bengal. So here the rivers which are mainly draining into Arabian Sea includes Narmada and Tapi. And if you see the Bay of Bengal, they includes Chambal, they includes Betwa. Okay, and in this region we can see the vast lava flows which mainly coated with the black soils. And actually if you see the elevation here, it mainly decreases from south towards north. Okay, so this is about Malwa Plateau. And next one is Bundelkan Plateau. So here you can see this is the Malwa Plateau, this is the Bundelkan Plateau. Okay, and next one is Bundelkan Plateau. So this part is the Bundelkan Plateau here. So actually this Bundelkan Plateau which is mainly present towards north of Maikal range. And next one is it is mainly made up of limestones and as well as sandstones. The central part of plateau which mainly acts as a water divide between river Son and as well as Mahanadi drainage system. Okay, so here if you see the central part which mainly acts as a divide between Son drainage system and as well as river Mahanadi system. And this is about this Bundelkhand Plateau. Next one is Chota Nagpur Plateau. You will be knowing about this Chota Nagpur Plateau, right? So this Chota Nagpur Plateau which mainly represents northeastern projection. So it is northeastern projection of Indian Peninsula, and it is mostly seen in Jharkhand. It is mostly seen in Jharkhand and northern parts of Chhattisgarh and as well as West Bengal. And if you see the average elevation of this plateau, it is about 700 meters above the sea level. And one more important prelims related fact here is, so this Chota Nagpur Plateau which mainly contains Gondwana rocks. Because of this we can see the coal deposits here. And especially we can see multiple streams, multiple rivers which are present in this region. And especially if you see the drainage pattern, they comes under this radial drainage pattern. So which are those rivers? For example, river Damodar, river Subarna Rekha, and North Koil river, and as well as Barkar river. And next one here is, we can also see Gondwana coal fields are mainly present in this Chota Nagpur Plateau. And we can see the small Monad rocks are also famous here. So Monad rocks are nothing but they are isolated hill with a very less elevated height. And even if you see Rajmahal hills which mainly forms northeastern edge. So northeastern edge which is mainly formed by Chota Nagpur Plateau. And next one is Meghalaya Plateau. So if you see this Meghalaya Plateau, the Peninsular Plateau which mainly extends further east, and we can see it is beyond Rajmahal hills. It is beyond Rajmahal hills. So the Peninsular Plateau which mainly extends further east beyond this Rajmahal hills. If you see here this Meghalaya Plateau, so this Meghalaya Plateau which mainly extends further east and it is beyond this Rajmahal hills. So because of this it is also called as Shillong Plateau or Meghalaya Plateau. So here you can see, so I will show you the map where exactly this Shillong Plateau is located. So here this part which mainly comes under northeastern part of our country, which comes under this Shillong Plateau or Meghalaya Plateau. And one more thing here is, actually here we have one gap, that is Garo Rajmahal gap. So this Garo Rajmahal gap which mainly separates the plateau from the main block of Peninsular Plateau block, which mainly separated by this Meghalaya Plateau by this Garo Rajmahal gap. And one more thing here is, so actually we can see this river Ganga and river Brahmaputra which mainly flows here. And actually so this Meghalaya Plateau which is very much famous for Archean quartzites, shales and as well as sheets. And next one here is, we can see important hills like Garo Hills, Kasi Jaintia Hills and Mikir Hills in this Meghalaya Plateau. So actually Shillong, it is the highest point of this plateau. So highest point of this plateau here is Shillong. Shillong is highest point of the plateau. And next one, it is our Deccan Plateau. So there is nothing much to know about this Deccan Plateau, right? So you are well versed with this Deccan Plateau. So here in this map you can see this orange color part which comes under the Deccan Plateau. And this Deccan Plateau which mainly covers an area of about 5 lakh square kilometers. And actually this Deccan Plateau, it is a triangular in shape, and this is mainly bounded by Satpura and Vindhya. Vindhya and Satpura, they are present towards northwest, and Mahadev and Michael, they are present in the north. Next one is Western Ghats towards west and Eastern Ghats towards east. So these are the boundaries. So here towards northwest we have Satpura and Vindhya, and towards north we have this Mahadev and Michael, and towards west Western Ghats, and towards east Eastern Ghats. So this is the boundaries. So average elevation here is 600 meters, and its general slope, it is seen from west towards east, so that many rivers which originated in this peninsula or peninsular rivers, they will flow from west to east and they will drain into this Bay of Bengal. So here if you see the next one, that is Maharashtra Plateau. So this Maharashtra Plateau, the name itself, it is saying that it lies in this Maharashtra, and even it mainly forms the northern part of the Deccan Plateau, and much of the region which is mainly underlined by basaltic rocks. So but the basaltic rocks are seen in this Maharashtra Plateau, and the area which mainly looks like a rolling plain because of weathering. So because of extensive weathering or erosion in this region, we can see this area which mainly appears like a rolling plain. And actually we can see there is a typical Deccan trap topography, that is step-like topography, that is seen in this Maharashtra Plateau. And actually this region which is very much rich in black cotton soil, that is also called as Regur soil. And next one is Karnataka Plateau. So here you can see this area which comes under this Karnataka Plateau. So this Karnataka Plateau is also called as Mysore Plateau. And this Mysore Plateau, which is mainly present towards the south of this Maharashtra Plateau. And highest peak you can see, that is Mulangiri. So Mulangiri, it is highest peak which is located in Baba Budan Hills in Chikmagalur district. And this Karnataka Plateau, which contains two important parts. So what are those two important parts? First one is Malnad, second one is Maidan. So Malnad and Maidan, they are the two important parts of this Karnataka Plateau. So Malnad in Kannada, that means nothing but hill country. Okay, and it mainly dissected into deep valleys which are mainly covered with the dense forest. And next one is Maidan. So Maidan is nothing but it mainly formed by the rolling plain, and they will be contains like low granite hills you are mainly seen, and these two are the important parts of this Karnataka Plateau. And next one is Telangana Plateau. So Telangana Plateau, which mainly contains this Archean gneiss. So Archean gneiss, which is mainly present in this Telangana Plateau. So actually if you're talking about average elevation of this Telangana Plateau, so it is nothing but it is like about 500 to 600 meters. And the plateau, which is mainly divided into Ghats and as well as peneplains. So this plateau, which is mainly divided into Ghats and as well as peneplains. So next one here is Chhattisgarh Plain. So if you're talking about Chhattisgarh Plain, so this is the only plain which is mainly comes under this Peninsular Plateau. So this is the only plain which comes under this Peninsular Plateau. And actually this Chhattisgarh Plain, which is a saucer shaped depression which mainly drained by upper Mahanadi. And actually the whole basin which mainly lies between Maikal range and as well as Odisha hills, and the region which is mainly once ruled by Rajputs. So this is also very important. So this region which was once ruled by Rajputs. And if you see here, one important thing here is, so the basin which is mainly having limestones and as well as shales. So limestone and shales, they are present in this Chhattisgarh plains. And if you see the general elevation of this plain, So elevation here is 250 meters to 330 meters. So this is about some important facts that you need to know regarding this minor plateaus. So one important topic that we have to discuss is about importance of this peninsular plateau. So importance is also very important because you may get a 10 marker question regarding this importance of peninsular plateau. So there if you are writing 6 to 7 points, it is more than enough with a map. So if we are talking about the importance of peninsular plateau, the first one here is, so Peninsular Plateau, which is the home of India's most valuable metal reserves. So as you all know that these plateaus, they are sources of minerals. For example, iron, you can see bauxite, mica. In some areas you can also get coal, for example Karnataka Plateau, and even copper. So famous mines are present, for example Kolar, Singhbum, Korba, they are located in Peninsular Plateau. So in this way you can write the first idea, that is, so this Peninsular Plateau which is a source of valuable metal reserves. And next one is coal mines. So coal mines are very important for industrial development of our country, and this Peninsular Plateau which is house for premium coal mines in India. For example, you can talk about Raniganj, you can talk about Singareni, Raniganj, Singareni, Jeria. So they are located in this Peninsular Plateau. And next one is black soils. So black soils and climatic conditions in Peninsular Plateau, they make it a great location for the cultivation of cotton. Yes, black cottons are very important for cultivation of cotton, and this cotton which plays a very important and key role in our trade and also in the economic development of our country. And next one is actually this Peninsular Plateau which is mainly containing this rugged topography, and actually it is very much important for the many hydroelectric projects, because many peninsular rivers, they had been originated in this peninsula, and because of this rugged topography, so it is very important for the building of hydroelectric projects. So these hydroelectric projects are very important for the economic development of a region. So you can write some examples like Sri Salem Dam and as well as Koina project, etc. And next one is Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats, they form the edges of our Peninsular Plateau, and these are very much rich in variety of flora and fauna, and we can also get valuable timber. For example, take sandalwood, rosewood, rosewood, etc. And next one here is, so the topography which is blessed with hills, mountains, rivers. So because of this, it will be also provides a great aesthetic value to Peninsular Plateau. And we can see there are number of tourist centers, for example Ooty, Panchmari are present, and even so this area Peninsular Plateau is also very much good for pilgrimage site centers. They will be also adding economic value to the Peninsular Plateau. And next one is peninsular rivers. So mighty peninsular rivers like Narmada, Mahanadi, they are very rich sources of natural resources, and especially you can talk about fisheries, mineral deposits, etc. So because of this, in this way here we can say that these rivers like Narmada, Mahanadi, so they are the drivers of economic development in our country. Okay, so in this way you can write about 6 to 7 ideas regarding importance of Peninsular Plateau. So this is about this topic, and if you want to get the PDF, you can join the Telegram channel and link is given in the description box. Okay, so by this I am concluding. So for more videos, subscribe to Rathod's IAS Academy and don't forget to subscribe. And if you really like this video, hit the like button and share this video to the other friends who are in need. So by this I am concluding. Thank you so much.